it's all complicated, that the issues are not black and white. But how can we come any closer if I just shake my head where I stand? There can never be any handshakes until somebody puts out their hand. I got a lot of hope for the future. I got a lot of faith. Things can work out fine. Got a lot of dreams for a better world. Got a lot of work to do, but I'm gonna make them mine. Got a lot of hope for the future. I got a lot of faith. Things can work out fine. Got a lot of dreams for a better world. Got a lot of work to do, if I'm gonna make them mine.
Reyes-Chow, and I'm the moderator of the 218th General Assembly of the Presbyterian Church USA. I'm sorry that I can't be with you all today at your Presbyterian meeting. As you can tell, I am sitting in a hotel room from the background here at the in Chicago Presbytery, as I'm meeting with them and some folks from McCormick Seminary. I will be with you all next May, and so I want to put an early plug into that, and time for us to talk about the church and the future and where we may be headed as a denomination. By that time in May, I'll also be able to fill you in on what the church has been saying to me and what I've been hearing. Do want to thank you all for having me, and want to give a special thanks to Kevin, who has invited me to send greetings in a different way, perhaps, than we might be used to at Presbyterian meetings. That is exciting that you all are talking about communications and technology and how you as a presbytery and congregations may embrace some parts of our technological world in a way that may make the gospel of Jesus Christ more real, more relevant, just more alive within certain groups of folks. Do want to talk about a few things. One is why technology, and then want to name some of the challenges, and then give us, hopefully that'll help spark some conversation in your meeting and your time together. The first is that despite some common understandings and despite what was written about me past General Assembly, I am not just a blogger. I am not just a person that relies on technology as ministry. In fact, I don't see technology at all being used as a method of ministry, and I think that's one of the things that we need to embrace, is that it is no longer just a new way of attracting folks, connecting with people. It is a way of life for a generation. And this is not just age, but it's folks who are engaged in life and the world differently. Those who are engaged in services like Facebook or Yelp or Twitter, or these kind of things that are considered and called Web 2.0, which I'll leave there and you all can talk about the definition of that. An interactive way of being in community. I think technology, if we are truly going to use it, we have to embrace it as a way that people simply know and simply a way of being, not as a way of the next new thing or the next method to doing church. Technology for me is a way of being who I am in the world, as a part of the world and society, and so the church should naturally understand and embrace part of that being. How do we and use technology in a response and a natural way of being the church. Now, that's not always easy for a lot of folks, because I think often technology is seen as a way to divide, or it's a way to keep people out. Not everybody has access to it, which is all true, which goes to say that not all communities can, will, should embrace the use of technology like other communities. There is no one way of being the church, and there's no one way of using technology. The one thing that I would say is a challenge for our congregations is to figure out what makes the most sense for us to communicate as a community. If it is technology, email and Facebook and all of those kind of things, that's great, and we should embrace that. If it's not, I think it's difficult often to force somebody into that way of being. We can prod, we can put it out there, but I think one of the challenges is to be contextually relevant to where we're serving. And if that means that we need to start in a different place or in technology, that's great, but it also means that we need to stretch beyond, for some of us who might be in leadership or elders, when you see your church getting younger, if we need to move into their world, I think that that's what we need to do. So technology, the challenge being a lot would be how to have it be a relevant and authentic expression of what it means to be a community. So those are just two little things thinking about technology. One is knowing that it's a way of life for an entire generation of people, and it's something that folks live and breathe, and it's not just a method. And then how do you translate that into a community where it's a real and authentic way of being in community? Would you leave you with those two things to think about and to continue to explore ways of using technology in the life of your presbytery and in your churches? So I think that's about all the time I have. There's my 5 minutes. I would encourage you to drop me an email, comment on my blog. There's lots of different ways to be in contact to help me tell your story to us, the church. Thank you for having me. Hope this has been helpful in some ways. And just in case you're curious, the song that led into this and will lead you out is a song by David Lamont called Hope. David's a friend of mine, and it talks about what it means to live in a complex world but find some hope in the midst of our community, and play out with the final words from David Lamont and his song Hope. Until we meet again, peace be with you.
Got a lot of hope for the future. I got a lot of faith. Things can work out.